just gonna talk. Okay, so where do I start? In June of 2015, I decided that this would be the month that I finally became a famous model. Yeah, I know. 16 years old, I was just gonna go for it. So naturally, I went to Instagram and went to all the famous models, Gigi Hadid, Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, Cara Delevingne, the list goes on really. And I was continuously seeing this one agency from multiple models again and again and again. So naturally, I decided to look up this agency, and that's when I found their personal Instagram. And this agency decided to host this cool, I guess not contest, but search, a model search, where you would put a hashtag along with your pictures. And everyone knows how on Instagram, when you put a hashtag, that automatically links your picture to that hashtag. So this hashtag had over 250,000 photos dedicated to just this one hashtag. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm obviously never going to be discovered. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is crazy. So naturally, I put that hashtag on every single one of my photos, and this was in about October, not June. The June part will come later. So it was October, I wasn't hearing anything for months and months and months, and I was like, oh, okay, this is never, ever, ever going to happen. I don't understand why I tried this in the first place. It was a good run while it lasted. I decided to, of course, with my mom and dad's support, I decided to find a local agency where I could just start off small and build my look from there, my lookbook, my name, my brand, everything. So I started at this agency here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And basically for the agency, you had to email certain photos in, and they would get back to you within a week and let you know if they liked your look to come in for a meeting. So my mom and I went onto the website, and we actually had some family friends who were already signed there for acting, and we talked to them a lot. So obviously we got the directions for the photos. We took all the pictures. It was very, very simple. No makeup, hair down, natural daylight, etc. And we sent them in. And me, being the Instagram guru I am, decided to post one of these pictures on Instagram for fun. So I did. And I got a lot of likes. That was really stupid. I'm kind of embarrassed that I said that. Okay, so we heard back within 24 hours that they wanted to come meet with me. It's about June at this point. And I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. I'm actually going on a family cruise later, so it'll have to be after that. And they were okay with that. They were like, perfect, we'll schedule it for July, blah, blah, blah. It was scheduled, everything was good to go. I went on this family vacation. We went on a Disney cruise. So we started in Orlando, Florida, and my mom's sister and I went to Universal Studios the day before. So like, say we got to Orlando on a Wednesday morning. We went to Universal Wednesday afternoon, and then we left Thursday morning for the cruise. So we had a blast in Florida, and it was so much fun. I got to go to Harry Potter World, which is my absolute love. Butterbeer. If anyone knows where I can find a good website that has like the exact recipe, let a girl know. So I did all that, and that one picture that I posted from the Cincinnati, the picture that I emailed them that I posted, I decided, oh, why not just go ahead and tag this the big modeling agency in New York, Paris, whatever, their hashtag for one last time. And I did. And they saw the picture, and I got a comment on my very last photo. Hi Georgia, this is, I don't want to say names because I don't want to make it seem like a bad situation. This is blah 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 from blah 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 modeling agency. Can we be in contact by DM? Naturally, I screamed, said to my mom, Mom, oh my god, I can't believe it, like blah blah blah. She thought I was insane. She didn't think that this was like a real modeling agency. Like, okay, someone contacted my 16-year-old daughter over Instagram. Yeah, that's real. Well, it was. And we talked over DM. She asked me my height, where I was from, and my age. And I was like, I'm Georgia, I'm 5'8", I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. She's like, okay, perfect. Is there any chance that you could send in all these photos to our head of discovery, whatever that's called? I'll think of it later. Scouting, head of scouting. And I was like, absolutely. I'm actually going on a cruise with my family. And for all of you who know what it's like to be on a cruise, you're in the middle of the ocean and there is no Wi-Fi at all. So for 7 days on the cruise, I was sitting there twiddling my thumbs like, oh my God, when am I going to get back home? I gotta get out of the water. I gotta go start my career. And we got home, we took the photos, we sent them in. They're like, beautiful, thanks. Can you please do them again with a middle part? And I was like, oh my God, I look like a potato chip with a middle part, but I'll do it anyway. Sent them in again with a middle part. It was strange. I had to do these certain pictures out in daylight. Then I had to walk like down the driveway, but it wasn't a model walk. It was just regular walking. So I walked, and then I had to record a video that was like 30 seconds long and just say who I was, where I was from, and maybe a little fun fact about me. So naturally I was like, hi, I'm georgia.bridge. I'm 16 years old. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I love One Direction. Yeah, I did that. And I sent it in, and it was awesome, and I couldn't wait, and they got back to us, and they were like, when can you come to New York so we can talk to you and meet in person and see what happens? And I was like, oh my God. So my mom and I went to New York in the end of July, and it was so nerve-wracking. Like, the entire time I was there, I was like, I can't even talk about it because I was so nervous. And we got there on a Tuesday, and the meeting was the next Wednesday afternoon. So Tuesday, I was very like, I don't want to go explore the city. I'm really nervous. This is the second time I've been in New York. And we went there, and I was talking to my mom, and I just had this strange feeling that something like wasn't going to be right. Something wasn't going to be okay. Whatever was going to happen, like, I had a feeling that it wasn't going to work out. I don't know. Sometimes you just have a gut feeling and you have to trust your gut. And the next day we went to the agency. It was super originally we had this cab driver who was a complete idiot. Okay, I shouldn't have said that. That was mean, sorry. He was having some serious difficulties with the directions, and we got there 5 minutes before the meeting started, and I was on the verge of tears from nerves. And it was in this fancy hotel place, so we had to go to the front desk, we had to prove who we were, they had to call up to make sure that I wasn't a creeper, because a bunch of Victoria's Secret models are signed with this agency, obviously. They had to make sure I was a person that was asked to be there. So I went there, I had my high heels on, and my mom is 5'10", so she wore her high heels to make it look like, we had tall jeans in the family, even though I'm a solid 2 inches shorter than her. I'm over it. And we got there. Originally, I met with this guy named, I think it was Andy. He was very, very kind. We talked for a while. Everything was super laid back. The office was so cool looking. It was super modern. They kept offering me drinks, obviously not alcoholic beverages because I am underage and that is bad for you. They offered me sparkling water. They offered me Coke, Sprite. It was insane. I was like, oh my God, no thank you, because I was too nervous to say yes. I was like, what if this is a trick? It wasn't a trick. And the vice president, originally what happened was really sad. The vice president of the agency, the one who contacted me on Instagram, her mother passed away the day before or 2 days before we were supposed to have our meeting. So I said at the front desk, blah, 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 might not be here. Her mother just passed away. I was like, I completely understand. It's okay. So I met with this other guy, Andy, but the girl was there, the vice president. So she came in and we talked and we had a good time. And basically she said, we're gonna come in here, we're gonna have a couple people talk to you, we're gonna see if we like you, and then we'll go from there. And I was like, like everything was going red. I was like, I'm so nervous. I was like, yeah, okay, sounds good. So I got to talk with a super cool guy named, I want to say his name was Glad, but I think I was hearing him wrong. But he was so awesome. He was really nice. He had a really great smile. And we were talking, blah, blah, blah. Of course, every single modeling thing I've ever gone to, everyone always goes to my mom. They're like, oh, so were you a model? And my mom's like, yes, I was a model. I'm like, yes, I love you, Mom, but can you stop being 5'10" for 5 seconds? And they were talking about where my mom had been signed when she was my age and in college. And they took me to the back to this huge, like, I didn't know this, like, it existed. There was this huge room with, like, everyone's it was all, like, the individual agents that, like, are with certain people. And they had all their desks there. It was, like, glass. It was all natural light and so pretty. And they took me back and they measured me. I had to take off my heels. So it was kind of like, hi, I'm ready to be measured. They were like, okay, take them off. And I was like, okay. And they were like, yep, you're right under 5'8". Is that where you thought you were? I'm like, yeah, that's where I said I was. They're like, okay. So then we went back into the room. They had their photographer person come and get me, and I took some test shoots outside on their patio, which is gorgeous, by the way. And basically they just took the same photos that I originally had to take to send in. And they did the video as well, and it was a little awkward because I was on the roof and in the building, like right where I was, like in the office where I was, like I could see my mom in there and like everything, and they were like watching me, and I was like, I have never been so nervous in my entire life. So that happened. I came back in and they were like, okay, Georgia. Oh my God, I completely forgot. Oh my God, okay. So originally I told this director woman, I was like, another agency, and I, like before you contacted me, I was going to meet with this agency in Cincinnati, and she was like, come see us first and we'll go from there. And I was like, oh my God, they want me. So obviously, fast forward to where we are. I come back from the photos and they're like, Georgia, like, we really love you. We love your look and the photos you have. Idealistically, we're looking for height 5'9", 5'10". 5'9" we can live with, but 5'10" is what we really want because 5'10" girls can do anything. And that sucked so much. And I had to sit there and nod and smile and say, yes, I understand. And then this agency proceeded to tell me, we want you to go work with the agency in Cincinnati, but we don't want you to sign with them in case you grow, because we want to have you under lockdown or whatever. And to hear that, they're like, okay, you don't want me because I'm not tall enough, but you don't want me to go sign with this other agency just in case I grow that 1 inch and you could have me again. And it really, really sucks because that's not fair to me. That just baffles me, okay? It baffles me. It doesn't make sense. And obviously I'm 16 years old. I'm not gonna grow anymore. I find it unjust for models to be judged solely on aspects of their body that they physically cannot alter at all. These minor flaws, my height, inhibiting me from being a model. These flaws, they're not detrimental to the advertisement because what is being sold is not the model's body, it's the product. And it's really messed up that today's day and age has been so revolved around this one image of the perfect girl or boy, perfect body. No, I've not given up my dream of becoming a model. In fact, I came home, I cried. It's okay to cry. I cried there in the bathroom at this fancy place. I cried in the Starbucks that was next door. I cried in the hotel room. I cried on the plane ride home. I cried at home when I then had to tell all my friends what happened. Do you know how much that sucks? And yes, all my friends were so unbelievably supportive, but all my friends are 6 feet, 5'11", 5'10", 5'9". So it sucks. Just standing there and having to look up to talk to my friends and Anyway, I signed with this new agency, and with this opportunity, I plan to make very prevalent the body issues within today's society. And I also plan on joining the fight to dispel them. Celebrating differences rather than shaming them is my new goal, and that's what I plan on doing. This fall, I will be attending the University of Cincinnati's College of DAP, where I'll be studying fashion design. And that's really scary because I don't know how to draw. I know that sounds crazy. DAP accepts their students completely based academically because they want that academic integrity and those kids that really give it their all. And they have this mantra that they're like, we'll teach you absolutely everything you need to know. So I applied and I got in, and that's fantastic because now I can start this dream in full force. Today's lifestyle completely revolves around social media, so I plan on diving directly into that path. Earlier senior year, I said that my goal was to start a blog, fashion website, whatever, on just my journey on how I'm going to start from literally nothing to hopefully somewhere in this fashion world and beginning something, just to start. While at UC academically, I want to dive deeper into the psychology of fashion and the impact it makes on our world, on different cultures, and ultimately our value of self-image. I also want people to know that it is perfectly okay to look at these Victoria's Secret models and just adore them because they are beautiful women, and I'm sure they all have golden hearts too. I've never actually met one, but I'm sure they're all very nice. So I want to make that image that it is okay to look at them and be like, oh my god, they're fantastic. But I also want it to be known that it is okay to look at yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and say, oh my god, I am fantastic. So now when I'm asked the question, what do you want to do with your life? I see this plan transforming directly in front of me. And I plan, obviously, on going down that path and to sharing my experiences with failures, but also growth towards success. That's about it. Okay, that was really stupid. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers. I'm so uncomfortable. Thanks. Personally, I think that was really good. Oh shoot, I forgot to, okay. Thank you guys so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. I'm so excited that I finally started this little idea I've had in my head, well, since June of last year. And I hope that you liked the video. Obviously, I just said that. So like, comment, and subscribe for more. Down in the below bar, in the down bar, I think that's what they call it, I will have the link to my fashion blog, well, fashion, lifestyle, whatever the heck you want to call it, blog, where I will have a little speech thing that will be my first blog post. I don't know, I'm just gonna go with it. I hope you liked this video. I guess that's the third time I've said this. Thanks again, and I hope you continue this journey with me on my road to Runway. Thanks.